It was a week for the really weak. Here's a 20-second recap. Any more, and you might die.
We need numbers overwhelming so Trump can't sneak or steal his way to victory.
Division, dysfunction, irresponsibility, and growing vitriol between our citizens.
Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't.
Nero fiddled while Rome burned. Trump golfs.
What's with all the dead wood behind Bernie? A metaphor for his party? And yeah, that was Kasich literally standing at a fork in the road. I hope he acts out more cliches. He can kill two birds with one stone. What if he beat a dead horse? I guess we're lucky he didn't say, it's time to cut the crap. So how did the media handle all of their anti-Trump bile regurgitated by people more famous than they are? I bet it was history-shaking, really.
The history-making speech from Kamala Harris and really a history-shaking speech by President Obama. Just an extraordinary speech.
This may have been the most powerful address he ever gave, a presidential address to the nation.
Michelle Obama started talking, and it was like a moment passed, and it was over. She is absolutely riveting.
She delivered epic shade.
Yeah.
I think I have to rinse myself off. They gushed like the old faithfuls they are. It was like they were watching it on a drug called stupidity, because for normal people, the convention carried all the joy of traffic school. I've witnessed more exciting rice cakes. The only reason they drool over Obama is because he just repeated their script. All petty emotion, no facts. Complimenting Obama compliments themselves. Then there was this stab at comedy. Literally, they killed comedy.
So what did you think about Kamala Harris's speech last night?
It was tremendous. I was so happy for her.
I know, me too. She was fabulous. I cannot wait to see her debate our current vice president, Mika Pince. Or is it Paints?
It's pronounced Ponce, I believe.
Oh, some kind of weird foreign name?
Yeah, not very American sounding.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. Strongly.
Who said leftists can't be funny? I could watch that satanic version of Abbott and Costello forever. It's like a talent show two siblings throw for their parents' friends at bridge night. It sucked. Everything sucked. If only they made these sad speeches slightly more exciting.
As Michelle Obama and Bernie Sanders warned us, if Trump is reelected, things will get even worse. That's why we need unity now more than ever.
Division, dysfunction, irresponsibility, and growing vitriol between our citizens. Continuing to follow that path will have terrible consequences.
Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't.
Nero fiddled while Rome burned. Trump golfs.
Oh, if I produced it, that's how it would look. Anyway, the convention had three goals. One, to make the election a referendum on Trump's personality. After all, it's a thing that can't be measured, unlike war casualties or the economy. But focusing on the unmeasured offers no need for proof, just feelings. Right, Captain Perv?
At a time like this, the Oval Office should be a command center. Instead, it's a storm center. There's only chaos. Just one thing never changes: his determination to deny responsibility and shift the blame.
Yeah, that's your go-to guy on conduct. A guy who used the Oval Office the way Epstein used his plane. Awesome that after weaponizing the Me Too movement to crush Brett Kavanaugh, they welcomed the Hall of Famer of handsy horn dogs. And besides, how do we know he had his pants on when he taped that? His wife also showed up, wide-eyed and really wide-eyed.
This can't be another woulda, coulda, shoulda election. Joe and Kamala can win by 3 million votes and still lose. Take it from me.
We did take it from you. Fair and square. You always know when Crazy Face is talking, every dog in every house retreats to the nearest corner under a bed. But it's hard to take moral lectures from folks who coddled creeps for so long.
I want to start by thanking Harvey Weinstein for organizing this amazing day. This is possible because of Harvey. He is a wonderful human being, a good friend, and just a powerhouse. And the fact that he and his team took the time to make this happen for all of you should say something not about me or about this place, but about you.
Everyone knew Harvey was slime, but he was liberal slime, and liberal slime can do anything it wants to anyone it wants. Now, their second strategy, pretending that the violence in our cities doesn't exist, as they condemn Trump for his conduct. They excuse murder, mayhem, and mobs and trash the guy Trump who's trying to stop that stuff. But to acknowledge the chaos would be to admit their guilt. After conflating criminality with minorities, they now falsely believe to fight crime is just like fighting minorities, when it's actually the reverse. The Dems are true racists. They think minorities want less law and order and fewer cops. That's wrong. So no wonder they hid the havoc. And of course, the media knows the ongoing violence is a reminder that voting Trump could put your life in danger. That his victory will make the George Floyd riots look like a church social. Which brings us to Joe.
The third anniversary of the events in Charlottesville. Close your eyes. Remember what you saw on television. Remember seeing those neo-Nazis and Klansmen and white supremacists coming out of fields with lighted torches, veins bulging, spewing the same anti-Semitic bile heard across Europe in the 30s. Remember what the president said when asked? He said there were, quote, very fine people on both sides.
Now, anyone with a pair of eyes and a transcript knows this is false. Trump actually said this.
I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
See, he was actually talking about both sides of the monument debate. But the media and Biden always admit that. Why? It's more than wrong. It's actually dangerous to do that. We're living in unstable times, a twin-demic of disease and racial conflict. So do you think reviving a 3-year-old incident to push a lie that pits race against race is healthy for America? Biden is bumbling America toward a race war. He pushes a sick lie that puts millions in harm's way while not lifting a finger to stop a national crime wave. It's a dark message that the media pretends is airy and light. So media, save your drool. But at least Van Jones was honest.
We were prepared for it to be a terrible speech. As long as he didn't embarrass himself, we were going to come out here and praise it. You don't have to make nothing up tonight. Joe Biden did that thing tonight. Unbelievable.
Wow, that's honest. CNN was just grateful Joe didn't poop his pants and rub it in his hair plugs. CNN, are the parents at a hockey game clapping for their clumsy kid who keeps scoring against his own team? Oh, look, Joe can read. Cue the orgasms. Finally, they blame COVID on Trump, even as obvious data refutes it. Blue states have roughly twice the number of deaths with fewer cases than red states. New York's Democrat governor allowed thousands in rest homes to become infected and die over an insidious mistake. Meanwhile, what did Trump do? Well, he shut down travel fast while facing down resistant Democrats. He got a zillion ventilators for a petulant Cuomo who ended up with a stockpile. He sent a hospital ship to a city port in an instant, which was then ignored by the governor because he'd rather not do anything life-saving that makes Trump look good. He flowed cash to millions to get them through this pandemic, and he set the table for America to endure this disease by delivering the best economic numbers in recent history. But none of this matters because reality doesn't matter. We live in a fantasy world of denial concocted by a complicit media that allows beatings by rioting Democrat extremists to continue, shootings to rise, and mobs to spread beyond cities to suburbs. It's going to get worse until the Dems decide it gets better, meaning Joe wins. It's an extortion plot against you and me. The only thing you can do, prevent the worst, which is the Democrats' very best.